All right, so today we're going to factor. Now your A value is something other than 1. Notice in A, B, and C there that you've got a 5, a 3, and a 6 instead of a 1 there, or just nothing there. So we got to factor this a little bit differently. So most of you learn how to do this by grouping. So you said what two numbers multiply to give you AC and add to give you your B. Your AC is your 5 times your 2 because that number goes AX squared plus BX plus C. So A times C, we're just looking at the numbers, not at the variables at all. So we get 10 and then adds to give us 11. So two numbers multiply to give us 10, like 2 and 5, and add to give us 11, but 2 plus 5 is not 11. So 10 times 1 will also give me 10, and those add to give me 11. So becomes 10 and 1 here. We're going to put x's in here. So if I rewrite this, I'm going to write exactly the first term exactly what it is. I'm going to rewrite the second term here. So 10x plus 1x plus 2. So notice it's exactly the same value if you look back up there, 5x squared plus 11x plus 2. Because if you add 10x and 1x, you get 11x. Go ahead and change the value. Group the first two, group the last two, look for GCF in the first two. Oh yeah, a 5 and an x. So 5x times what gives me 5x squared, x. 5x times what gives me 10x, be 2. And then over here, pulling out what they have in common, is going to pull a 1 out because that's all they have. And you get left with x plus 2. So notice what's in parentheses is exactly the same over there on both sides here. So I'm looking here and here. They share an x plus 2. And then what's left over in the fronts, you get 5x plus 1. So there it is factored, x plus 2 times 5x plus 1. So let's come down here and let's think through B as well. And again, what multiplies to give you AC and adds to give you B. So my AC here is 6, and my B is my middle term, which is 5. So two numbers that multiply to give me 6 and add to give me 5. 6 times 1 there is 6, but you add, you get 7, so that's not it. 2 times 3 is 6, and that adds to give me 5, so that's right. So I'm going to do 2x and 3x. So rewriting this up here, I'm going to put a 3x squared, and I'm going to put the 3x here before the 2x because 3x and 3x squared have a 3x in common, plus 2x plus 2. So GCF of these, GCF of those first two is a 3x. What's left? X plus 1. Over here, GCF of this would be a 2. What's left? X plus 1. So now I'm looking at these two terms, thinking what they have in common. Oh yeah, they have parentheses in common. And what's left over in front? 3x plus 1. Or 3x plus 2. So there it is factored. Let's do another one of those. This one here, we've got a 6 and a 5. That multiplies to give me 30 for my AC. And my B value down here and adds to give me 13. So two numbers that multiply to give me 30 and add to give me 13. Well, that's not it. 6 and 5. No, that adds to give me 11. 2 and 15. No, that adds to give me 13. I mean, that adds to give me 17. I need to get 13. What about 3 and 10? Yeah, that multiplies to give me 30 and adds to give me 10. So putting these down, we got 3 and 10, and I'm going to put my x's on there. So I'm going to bring my 6x squared down, plus 3x, plus 10x, plus 5. I'm going to group them together, first two and then the last two. These two have in common a 3x. What am I left with? 2x plus 1. Over here, what's the GCF there? Oh yeah, they have a 5 in common. What's left? 2x plus 1. So factored, these two terms have a 2x plus 1. And then what's left over? 3x plus 5. So there it is, factored. So a little bit more practice with those. Let's try a few more of those, make sure we have it down. Multiply to give us AC, add to give us B. And again, I'll write this right above here so we can see it. Our C ends up being negative 45. And our B here ends up being 4. Two numbers that multiply to give us negative 45 and add to give us 4. So now, because we have to get a positive 4 in the middle, we know we're going to need a negative and a positive. And so I'm going to kind of think through this. So I need a 9 times a negative 5 will give me a negative 45 and add to give me 4. So notice the bigger number here is going to be my positive, and the smaller number will be my negative. So putting my x's in here just like I did before. Rewriting this, I'm going to put a plus 9x minus 5x minus 15. So looking at the first two there, GCF there's 3x. I'm left with x plus 3. GCF over here is a minus 5. If you got a minus, it starts off there, those second terms there start off with a minus 5x. So I need to take a minus out no matter what, but they do really share a minus there as well. Minus 5 times x and then plus 3, because negative 5 times 3 here will give me negative 15. These two terms now share an x plus 3. What am I left with? 3x minus 5. So continuing on here, we've got an AC and a B here. So AC here ends up being 140. My B here ends up being a 31. So multiply to give me 140 and add to give me 31. Well, 9 times 14 there, or 10 times 14 there will give me 140, but that does not add to give me 31 here. So maybe try 5. 5 times 28. Does that work? Yeah, 140. But those do not add to give me 31. So I'm getting kind of close there. So maybe try, let's see, 7. Does 7 work? 7 times 20. That will give me 140, but doesn't add to give me 31. And now I'm thinking maybe I can try something like 4 or 6. So I'm going to use my calculator here and kind of divide it out. So I'm going to take 140 here, divide by 6. That doesn't come out nice. 140 divided by 4. That comes out nice. I get 35 and 4. But they're both positive, so that's not going to work either. So let's try 2, because I can see 2 goes in there. 140 divided by 2, that's 70. So that doesn't work either. I'm going to try 140 divided by 3. What about that one? Nope, too much. So we tried 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can try 8. 140 divided by 8. No. What about 140 divided by 9? No. 140 divided by 12? Or do not. 140 divided by 13. 140 divided by 11. So two numbers that multiply to give us 140 and add to give us 31. Any of these add to give us 31 yet? No. This is 28. This is the second one there is 33. The next one's 27. The next one's 39. The next one's 72. Not seeing two numbers that multiply to give me 140 and add to give me 31. I'm going to try just a couple more numbers here. Maybe I messed up here. I'm going to go through and try 2, 3, and 4 here, making sure all of those do not go in there nicely. So you can try those two on your calculator, just divide them out, and you're just trying to see if the other number also ends up adding to give us a 31, the two factors. Try just a couple more here. This was seriously a typo in here. It should have been a minus in there. So if it's a minus in there, what happens then? Multiplies to give us negative 140, adds to give us 31 there. We can go ahead and it would change right there. It would be 35 and a negative 4 there will end up giving us a 30, a negative 140 and add to give us a 31. So let's put those in there. So 10x squared plus 35x minus 4x minus 14. Group these together, pull out the 5x, left with 2x plus 7. Over here, pull out the minus 4. Minus 4 times x. Oh, I can't take out 4, I gotta take out 2. Minus 2 times 2x plus 7. There we go. So inside the parentheses, we got a 2x plus 7, left with 5x minus 2. So let's stop there and have you continue working with some of those factoring ones there.